All right. We're tracking another big developing story, and this is a situation that really impacts states all around the country as Meta, the social media giant, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has now reached a settlement with attorney generals all across the country, including here in Connecticut, to dole out more than $17 billion to hopefully do a better job going forward protecting children online. Now, Connecticut will get a pretty big share of that cash. More than $260 million will be headed towards Connecticut. A lot of that money will be used to implement safeguards for children on social media. It will also help with addiction services going forward. Attorney General William Tong here in Connecticut called this step a monumental victory that could reshape how social media works for our kids nationwide. Let's take a quick listen to some of the press conference that Attorney General Tong delivered earlier today about this topic.
Meta has essentially surrendered at trial. They know it's going poorly. No, they know we have them dead to rights. And that's why Meta is going to pay the states, 51 of us, states, territories, and the district, $17.1 billion over 10 years. This is the largest settlement ever in American history by a single defendant, ever. Connecticut will receive up to $265.4 million, more than $250 million. There are a number of metrics and contingencies in that number, but at minimum, we will receive $190.6 million. Because I am in the leadership on this case and because our team has done a lot of work on this case, we get a leadership bump. We get a premium. Connecticut gets a premium because of our leadership of at least $25 million, but it's more than that. And this money will go a long way to funding treatment, mental health and addiction services for young people, youth after-school programs, in-school programs, diversionary programs, getting kids off their devices and focused on what they should be doing, being kids, learning, listening to their teachers, right? And becoming happy and productive young people and young adults.
And stay tuned here because there is still a lot of information and developments that are yet to happen. But again, Meta has agreed to pay $17.1 billion in settlement fees, essentially with attorneys general all across the country. Again, Connecticut will receive $265 million of that cash, and a lot of that money will be used to create safeguards for children online and also to pay for addiction services. Now, Meta, if you're not familiar, they're the parent companies or parent company, I should say, of Instagram and Facebook. But Attorney General William Tong also said during that press conference that he will be going after TikTok as well as YouTube going forward. So certainly a lot of shoes still to drop. He also, by the way, mentioned Snapchat. And later today on Eyewitness News, Chief Political Reporter Susan Raff will dig deeper into the settlement agreement, this landmark settlement agreement, and she'll also discuss what will come next in this very lengthy process.